Shalom people, this is Brother Laos coming at you with another video. And in the news yesterday, heard the story about Alec Baldwin accidentally shooting the director and the director of cinematography with a prop gun that apparently had a real round in it on the set of a movie, a western that he was shooting, I think in Arizona. And so this is of significance to me because I had stated in my video on Colin Powell, the last Boy Scout, that y'all was gonna start reaching out and touching a lot more of their luminaries, a lot more of the principalities behind these luminaries. And Alec Baldwin is a luminary, make no mistake about it, and he has a big time principality behind him because he's very big in Hollywood. He is what you call Hollywood elite. His family is a Hollywood family. The Baldwin brothers have been making movies for decades, and I can remember one movie he made where he was an older gentleman supposedly dating this real underage, real young underage, his underage, I want to say it was his stepdaughter or something like that. It was a crazy movie. And so he is a very licentious and debaucherous individual. And if you follow Saturday Night Live, he's the one that does the Donald Trump imitations. And so when you were given that position to do satire on the president, you have pull. He's been around a long time, and this will significantly damage his image. No doubt about it. He could have been acting, but I doubt it. I think that whatever happened, it took him by surprise. You could see the pictures of him, on his phone being very distraught. And it looked like there could be rumors that because he talked against Donald Trump, that maybe he was set up. I don't know, but this is the significance. You talking about the director and the director of cinematography. One was killed, one was wounded and had to be taken to the, is in the hospital. This is a significant blow to the Hollywood, machine, because they talk out against gun violence. They talk out against, racism and different things, but all the movies and stuff that a lot of the movies they do had to deal with guns, had to do with violence, had to do with racism, have to do with the story of the West that they tell over and over to galvanize in people's mind and watch it, that the West, that it shall go on forever. And this was a Western that they were shooting, and I don't like Westerns anymore. I can't, the way they had our minds when we were growing up, we were rooting for the cowboys and the cavalry to kill the Indians. We were rooting in our mind because we were told that they were savages, and that the cavalry and that the cowboys and that the settlers were good people, even though these were the same people that had enslaved some of our people, moving out west to continue the pillaging and the debauchery. So no, I can't, no, I don't support that. But that's what he was shooting. He was shooting a Western, and I know this had to be of Yah. I know it had to be because in the news report they showed apparently the scene was being shot in a church, and the police had the church taped off. So whatever happened with this shooting, it happened inside the set of a movie set of a church scene in the movie that this director of cinematography, who directs the cameras, and the director both were one was shot and killed, the other one was wounded in the shooting, and so this is a significant blow. And this again let me know that Yah is he's on it. He's on it right now. I'm telling you, he's not giving them a breath. Every time they look around, they're trying to make it seem that things are gonna go back to normal and everything. And talking about movies, this thing with Latricia Wright, the one that's playing in the Black Panther, that played in the first Black Panther movie and other Marvel movies, and is shooting Black Panther 2 right now. I've talked with my wife, and I've already stated that when it comes out, I'm not gonna support Black Panther 2. The reason I'm not gonna support Black Panther 2 is because, again, we know where the money is going to. We know, depending on what the plot of this thing is, that now with a lot of these superheroes, they're turning them into, bisexuals and, homosexuals and all these things. I can't get behind that, because what they do is they build kids and young people and older people up on these characters. When these characters do turn to be whoever they're gonna be, when people say that is my hero, you want to do everything that your hero does. You want to promote everything that your hero promotes, even though you might know, hey, this is a fictitious character. This is not a real character, but what this character embodies, I want to be. This is how they're getting us through this. Now, if someone has the movie, like they say, hey, we want you to come over and watch the movie. Well, I ain't got to pay for it. I'll do it, but I'm not going to the theater to watch it. I'm not going to buy none of the t-shirts. I'm not buying none of the hats. I'm not doing none of that. I'm not going to do none of that. I think with the first Black Panther movie, right, it was more of a thing waking up inside of us as global black people, global Hebrew people, the pride of that we can be royal, we can be smart, we can be together, all whatever. But we see what they did with that, right? That at the end of the movie, that part of the movie, in the movie, that they had to kill, they made Killmonger the way he did, where it caused division in the end or whatever amongst it. It could not be a good ending, right? It could not be a good ending. And some tell me that they're gonna bring Killmonger back, and there's gonna probably be a bunch of other stuff that's gonna be going on. So, who knows if they're gonna turn any of the characters homosexual, whatever, and then people just be solely, disappointed. So I'm not even gonna beef myself up about it. It's kind of the same way, they've done a lot of characters, in the past, where they, would turn them into something, that wasn't good. So, you build up your hope in these different kinds of genres and different things, and and they start wandering you into areas of thinking that are not good. And so, the whole Hollywood machine, it's gotta come down. It's one of the major thorns in our side, because we are people of sight and sound. We like the movies and we like the imagery and whatever, and this is how they get us. So like I said, this thing with Alec Baldwin, it's a big deal. It really is. So again, Babylon must fall, and one of the things that must fall with it is the imagery, and Hollywood is in control of that imagery. Them and the media, the news media, which is all part of entertainment. They are part of that imagery. So they was dealt a blow, believe me, yesterday. Alec Baldwin, the principality behind him, was dealt a blow. He wasn't brought down, but we'll see what happens with this movie, whether they continue filming, or will they close it or whatever? But in any afterward, how you gonna do the scenes? And what I don't understand, as much as they talk about you know, the pandemic and being safe on the set, that's one of the things that they're getting on Latricia Wright about her not wanting to get the V, saying, you know, you around your other actors and people and you ain't whatever. What about this with these guns and these weapons and these big budget scenes with all this? Is anybody checking the safety of these things? I'm pretty sure that there's probably been accidental shootings and stuff before. Maybe people didn't get hurt, so you won't hear about them. But this, you know, I can't believe that this is the only instance of maybe somebody getting shot, maybe not getting hit, or maybe getting shot and getting a slight wound that they just didn't say anything in the news about, but they couldn't hide this death. That this is, like, again, a significance, and also the fact that they're big hypocrites when it talks about guns and gun safety and all this, that this could happen. So again, with that, and then just continue to pray the Most High will continue to bring down these luminaries and the principalities behind them, you know, so because Babylon must fall. And with that, I tell you to give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment, share, and be blessed.